Hello Dave is ad-free thanks to all you guys supporting the channel on Patreon. All income from donations and Patreon are used directly to upgrade cameras, light, microphones, software, things that allow me to produce more and better looking videos for you guys. All Patreons also get a discount at the merch store, and you have the option to get your name listed at the end of every video. So become a Patreon by following the link in the video description. Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Hello Dave with Down to Earth Astronomy. It is Monday, and that means it's time to have a look at what's been going on in Elite and on the channel. First of all, of course, we have the 2x bonus that is now active for Federation rank, and also a reduced price on Federation ship. That is the cutter, the assault ships and drop ships, all those federal ships have had a reduced price. I've of course seen plenty of players now using this opportunity to go out and get their Federation rank up, in case you haven't. The bonus should be running until the 16th of December. Meaning that by the time this one goes live, you have exactly 1 week to get your Federation rank. So if you don't have it yet, I recommend you go out and get it up. If you have any interest in the Federation ships, then doing it now will pretty much mean you need to do half the work. Some people have also been asking whether it's worth the time going above the rank for the Corvette. Obviously, there are, I think, 2 more ranks above it, where you can go all the way up to Admiral. Personally, I mean, there's nothing there. You don't get anything for those ranks, of course. But I ended up grinding them all the way up to Admiral, mainly because I feel like, well, someday maybe they were going to add something. That is now several years ago, and they haven't done it yet. But I assume those ranks are there for a reason, so maybe something will be added eventually. Of course, with the lower prices on the Corvettes, this is actually a good opportunity, even if you have the ship already, to go out and buy a new one. Because remember that the rebuy cost on the ships is dependent on the initial buy price and not the current price. That means if you buy a ship now with a bonus, I've seen people, somewhere you can buy it all the way down to like 101 million, I think. It's really, really cheap. That means your rebuy is also going to be lower. So even if you have a Corvette already, it might be worth going out, getting yourself one so you get lower rebuys. Of course, if you're not planning to lose your ship, then it shouldn't be a problem. But I mean, it doesn't hurt. You can sell your old one, so you'll get pretty much your money back. I think there's maybe a 10% loss or something like that. So if you have the money to invest, then maybe upgrading, or well, getting a better insurance plan basically is worth the time. There's not a whole lot of other things going on in Elite at the moment, and I'm not expecting anything to happen news-wise the rest of this year. I think the beta is over. Frontier got their feedback. And I think right now they're just implementing the last tweaks to the January update. And then I expect that probably sometimes after New Year's, we're going to get some information about when the January update is going to come out with all the bug fixes and what else is going to be included. Remember that the beta patch is not going to be, we can't be 100% sure what they're going to include in the January update. I mean, a lot of the things they were doing in the beta was these speculative upgrades. So those means that either those were effective and they're gonna take place in the main, or to get a part in the main patch, or they're gonna be pulled if they didn't work. And there were also places, especially around Dark Combat, where a lot of extra logging had been enabled. So maybe they had some findings there for some things they want to correct, or just try to correct in the main patch. So we don't know exactly what's going to come, and I expect we're going to get information, at least a release date. I expect we get it after New Year's, and a patch note probably like a few hours after or before the patch goes live, but around go live time, I think that's when the patch note comes out. For a recent project, I'm not going to spoil what it is. It's a pretty fun video. It's quite different than what I've done in Elite so far, but I think you guys will enjoy it. But for that video, I spent quite a bit of time flying around in open, looking at, trying to figure out what kind of players are actually flying in open. One thing that I noticed was, at least all the players that I saw when flying in open was either very new players who just had the game for like a very short amount of time, or was like returning after years of not playing, or PvPers. I mean, PvPers are really easy to spot. I mean, they often fly, they linger around the super cruise and often fly in wings, and you can see them begin to chase you around the systems when when you begin to fly around in open. I haven't actually had a single pirate wing of players. I think there were 2 or 3 people trying to catch me in Girata, and they did manage to pull me out from an interdiction, but again just jumped out to the neighboring system, and then did another jump to yet another system, and I got them off my tail. So not too difficult to get away if you know what you're doing, even though they had these what's the name? They're missiles that shots off your FSD. But with a little bit of fancy flying, even on a ship like the Cube Comber, it was easy to just avoid incoming damage and jump out. But anyway, it's just fun that I noticed that it was really either new players, at least the only I encountered was new players, or pirates, or well, PvPers. So I actually want to ask you guys, and post in the comments, like, how long time have you guys been playing, and what game mode do you play in? Post it in the comment section. It could be fun to try and do a little bit of analysis on that. We might even do like a larger, like a small questionnaire or something like that. That could be fun to try and figure out what game modes people actually play, depending on how long they played in the game. I have a feeling that a lot of players have a tendency to gravitate towards private groups and solo as they are playing more. And when they start out, they feel, oh, I want the multiplayer experience. I want to be able to play with my friends. So they obviously go for open. So the last thing I just quickly want to talk about is, of course, the live stream tomorrow. I haven't planned, as usual. I have no idea what I'm going to do. I have a few ideas, and I haven't decided exactly what I want to do. It's going to be one of those, when I sit down tomorrow and I'm going to make the thumbnail for the live stream, I'm going to figure out what exactly I'm going to do. But I have a few ideas. Again, ideas, of course, always welcome in the comment section. Last week, was out in Colonia doing some exploration. It was a ton of fun. Managed to quickly throw together an exploration ship and go and look at some cool stuff. Got some cool screenshots. That was fun. Definitely more colonial exploration coming out. Yeah. But I think next, tomorrow's going to be somewhere in the bubble, and not exactly sure what project I'm going to be working on tomorrow, but, well, we'll see tomorrow. I hope you come by. As always, it is at 8 o'clock in-game time, 2000, and it's going to be streamed both here on YouTube and on Twitch. Thanks a lot for watching, guys. I hope you'll have a wonderful week. Remember to go down and hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't done already, and until next time, I'll see you guys in space.